Oh my, what is going on today? What up? What's up? What's going on? Welcome everybody one more time to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen live now and heard. First of all, heard on Podbean Live. Hello to everybody on Podbean that is here. Let me see, Father. Hello, Father. I believe that is you, and hello to Miss Ty that are on Podbean. I see you're here, and then hello to everybody that is on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope Live. I see my brothers have already showed up. What's up? The conscience is in the house. Brother Kevin Carr is in the house. The one and only Buddha from New Jersey is in the house. And one person that we are really getting to know quite well in one of our groups, just called a queen. The queen is in the house. What's going on? Appreciate you, Buddha. Man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you sharing it to the groups. I was calling myself doing the same thing. But it is what it is. Y'all forgive me for being raggedy, but I dropped something on the floor that I really do need incredibly bad. Thank you so much. I got it now. Listen, we are gathered here today to talk about this thing. I'm trying to be like Prince. We're here today to talk about this thing called cowboy ridiculousness. Electric word mean a mighty long time, and it's something wrong here. That is continuing. We realize that the game is being played, but I'm tired of the game. Before I really get crunk. Hey, Coach Breedlove is in the house. What's going on? Before we get started, let me say this. I got to do this, y'all. The music that you heard earlier, of course, was being done by my partner, Alex C. Winters, who's a student in the Berklee School of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. Young jazz artist. If you go to that, what you see now on your screen, for those that are on Podbean, Alec X Winters. You'll find that on Instagram. You hear that type of music. He's loaded with it. Go to his page. Go follow him now. I guarantee you'll be pleased with what's going on. What's up, Tavis? I see you, man. I see you. Buddha, exactly right. The time is ticking. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. And today, I'm just going to be honest with you today. I really didn't want to talk about, it's the same thing, but I really didn't want to just harp in on it. I mean, we can make this a gigantic group therapy session if y'all want to. I don't have no problem with it. But I don't care what people you follow or who you listen to. We're all talking about the same thing. It just comes from different angles. And let me say this for the first time. Some of you guys don't know. This is my first time. Please don't ask me why, but this is my first time going on the Big Time Show page on Instagram. So nobody is there right now. I probably think somebody gonna pop up soon. I think I got about 20 followers or so like that. I'd never go from it, so I'm not expecting much, but I'm gonna start going through that now. And so speaking of which, if you want to follow me on Instagram, go to the Big Time Show there. Most of you know my personal page on Instagram, but I just want to try to start cranking this up. So I'm on live there also right now as well. Listen, we're all talking about the same things. We're just different. Hello, I see somebody popped up. Okay, Miss Ty jumped on there on the Instagram page. Hello, what's going on? So we're talking about the same thing. It's just different ways. However, in Cowboy land, I'm quite sure, as most of you have seen, I'm quite sure you're seeing the other side of Cowboy fans that have already packed Dak's bags. They put the FedEx sticker on them. They have shipped him out of Dallas. They do not want to pay him anything. Forget $40 million. If you just said pay Dak $35 million, they got a problem with that. And it is what it is. You got the Cowboys fans say he's not worth it, and we can't do it. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do it. So you have all those type of Cowboy fans out there. I don't care what side of the track you're on today. This is what I want to talk about. This whole show is pure speculation today. This whole show that we're going to do today is pure skepticism, pure conspiracy theory, if you want to say that. That's what I want to do today. And I need your help. I need, for those that haven't shared, because I just want to see what everybody's thinking. Let's play today the what if game. It's just a little different angle from the Dak situation. Let's play the what if game today. Here it is. Let's start with point number 1. What if Dak plays on the franchise tag today? Here's my question to my Cowboy fans. I got some real Cowboy analysts in my group here. There you go. Well, thank you, Queen. I couldn't have said it better. So that's why I'm glad the Queen is in the house. Welcome to a Twilight. Let's just play it. Y'all hear the music? Y'all hear the Twilight music? Here it is. Dak plays on the franchise tag this year. Okay? Some of you will get your wishes. He will be a Cowboy. Okay? But what are our expectations for the team? That's where I want to start with. Because, see, if Dak play, I give you my thought first, and then I'll open up the floor to you. Let me say this: if you're on Podbean and you want to call in, I'll be looking periodically there, also, which is fine. And I could do it. I tried to do something early, y'all. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm just gonna try it anyway. I know it's not gonna work. But I'm gonna put it there for you guys. You'll see it in the chat box there. I'm quite sure all y'all see that. That's it. If you want to join in live with me, if you got your clothes on, now you gotta have your clothes on. Can't be looking, if you want to come on camera with me, hit that link there and maybe we can talk. I think I can do that. This is not like StreamYard, this is Restream. Do what you gotta do. Copy and paste it, do something. Or maybe I have to just send it to you. If you want to be on with me, I'll just do it like this, just not so I won't be so janky. Shoot me your email right here, and I'll send you the link where you can come on live with me now if you're on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube channel. So there it is. There's the link. You see it in your thing. Okay, back to the point at hand. Let me tell y'all something. if Dak is playing on the franchise tag next year, look, don't y'all start getting mad and drinking cognac and all that kind of stuff because we ain't winning. I'm telling y'all, if Dak plays on, if they play on the tag, don't look for no help. All these free agents y'all were talking about, no sir, no ma'am. If Dak plays on the franchise tag, we will be shopping at your local Jiffy Lube for your free agents this year. There's no other way to look at it, y'all. All y'all good people is talking about defense. We need defense. We need a defensive tackle. We need a linebacker. We need a safety. You're going to get all those, but you're going to get them from the Popeyes chicken free agency pool. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it from there. You're not gonna get all these high names. If Dak plays on that, hey, you're hoping on to hope. What you're hoping is that Donovan Wilson is 3 times better than what he was last year. You're hoping that some kind of incarnation falls on Cheeto Awuzie, and all of a sudden you think that he's gonna be incredible all of a sudden. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, Jake, our defense was horrible. And the optimism, yeah, exactly, Buddha. If Dak plays on the franchise tag, you will be shopping for free agents from the Walmart tire department. Y'all look. Every free agent we get will be either special teams or practice squad players. I'm just telling you the truth. Exactly. Thank you, Queen. See, a lot of y'all catching on. I need you guys to start telling this because see, what's gonna happen is, you remember my prediction has not changed. My prediction has always been that we are going to sign Dak. We're going to franchise him. And Dak is going to play on the franchise tag because my thought is they do not want to pay him. It don't take this long. It just don't. It don't take this long, y'all. It don't. And I understand some of you saying, well, we got to stretch it out. Jerry like the drama. Look, it's been 2.5 years. It don't take this long. So I'm until they show me different, and I hope I'm wrong. I just don't see it. And if that is the case, my expectations is that we will not be good. We might win the division. We might. I see you, conscious. Kevin said the flea market. Exactly. Buddha says the first week, James Slater reports we will not be heavy players and free agents. What else is new? We already knew that. We never heavy in the first week. Stephen Jones reports we will focus on our guys, shaking. Yeah, exactly. See, I told y'all. See, nothing's changed. Nothing. It's nothing changed. Dak still not signed. Stephen Jones, according to what Buddha just said, Stephen Jones said we're gonna develop our little players. That means nothing has changed. James Slater says, you see what Buddha said, hey, we're not gonna be heavy on playing Fred. This just sounds like the same old song and dance to me. So I don't have no optimism, no hope in believing that that nothing has changed. He could say winning division. Ain't saying much though. Our division is the weakest out. But that's why I say that we might win the division. Might. But what is that gonna do if he plays on the franchise tag? I need y'all guys to go in depth a little bit here. Let's say, for instance, he is playing on the franchise tag. What is that going to do to their locker room? I mean, the guys will be happy we got Dak for another year. But if that long-term deal ain't done by July, can you imagine the morale of this team? I mean, think about it. I mean, go in depth. If everybody says that Antonio Brown can tear a locker room up, if everybody says, these type of guys will kill a locker room, then doesn't that include the owner? Who ought to play for an owner that have pretty much took away the head of the ship, the captain of the ship, knowing that this day last year going to be together? Don't you think it's going to be all year long? Everybody going to be asking about why you think he ain't come. That stuff going to get tiresome. Ain't nobody going to like the Jones. Nobody. The fans not going to like him. The players sure enough ain't going to like him. The security guards not going to like him. The cheerleaders going to turn the other way. They ain't going to want to cheer. They ain't going to want to cheer. Nobody. Popcorn gonna be stale in Dallas. No fresh popcorn. Drinks ain't gonna have no ice in it. It's gonna be horrible going to Dallas. It's not gonna be. If he plays on that franchise tag, the whole year just gonna be horrible. All that running y'all south. Look, this is my prediction. I'm not in Dak Prescott head. I don't know. But common sense tell me that if Dak is playing on that tag, Dak knows that the very next year, some team is going to pay him. Why would he take the chance on getting hurt again? In other words, what I'm saying, a lot of y'all love to say, run the ball, Dak, run the ball. If I was Dak Prescott, and I already got a bone sticking out of my leg because I did run the ball, and I'm at the doorstep of getting a long-term deal somewhere else, I'm not running the ball on 3rd and 4th like y'all been begging me to. I'm just saying, this is what y'all got to start thinking about, which means you're not going to get 100%. Now, I may be totally wrong with that because he just may be loyal enough to his teammates, and he seemed like he's that type of guy. But, man, this is a business. I told y'all, we just playing what if today. We just playing what if. If he signs that franchise tag, we are going to lose our quarterback for absolutely nothing because he's not going to be a Cowboy the following year. We'll be in rebuilding mode. I guess we'll be signing a whole bunch of bridge quarterbacks from now on. Whoever it is, unless we get lucky like we did when we got Dak. These are kind of stuff we got to start thinking about. I know everybody wants Dak signed. I do too. But we got to start looking. We got to start looking elsewhere. I see my best friends on here. Eddie Woods on here. He says he could get the same treatment Kirk Cousins received in Washington. Tad every year, and he needs to go to get what he wants. That's exactly what's going to happen if he get franchised this year, Ed. No doubt about it. Queen says Dallas franchise tag and Dak will have other teams thinking about taking a mulligan on the upcoming season so they can compete for signing them. That's a great point, Queen. I didn't even think about that because I ain't really concerned about other teams, but that has to be factored in without a doubt. How many teams going to tank because Dak Prescott would be the number one free agent next year if he falls, if he's on the franchise tag? No question. Buddha, what Buddha say? Buddha say the other part of the thing that can happen is he plays hard to build his stock and teams back him up, and they have a good season to prove Jones wrong. Buddha, I think that kind of fits Dak's personality, what you said. Remember, I just said, I don't think Dak really would do what I'm saying anyway. I really don't. I think that he would do exactly what you're saying. He's going to play hard because that's all he knows what to do. Plus, he has this loyalty to these teammates that he has that I believe that will override the disappointment of not having a long-term deal. I'm just playing the what-if game. Let's play this what-if game, y'all. Let's do this. Keep in mind, Dak Prescott is not under contract, y'all, as of right now. Y'all do realize that, right? Now, he can't go nowhere because the team had the right to franchise him. Here's another little point. What if Dak really want to play real hardball? What if they franchise tag him and then Dak don't show up? Y'all ever thought about that one? Y'all want to think about that because y'all think Dak's so nice and he's such a great guy and he just a wonderful young man and he's everything that you're looking for. But last time I checked, y'all, I thought that this was a business. And what if Dak? I know that don't even enter y'all head. I know it don't. What if Dak says, "I'm not coming," and everybody say, "Oh, he'll be there before week 1. He'll be." No, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what if Dak don't come at all? See what I'm saying? Kevin said that ain't happening. And I realize it's $38 million on the table. What if Dak says, "I'm good"? I know, Buddha. First of all, Buddha, you got to understand my best friend Eddie. Let me just go on do it. Buddha Eddie is a San Francisco 49er fan. I really don't have to say nothing else. He is a true San Francisco 49er fan, and he despises the Dallas Cowboys. So I really don't have to say nothing else about my best friend Eddie there. So y'all understand his comment when he says, go to Ben DiNucci, which may have to be an option. Because what if, I told y'all, we just playing the what if game right now. What if Dak says, "I'm good"? What if Dak says, "I got endorsements, I'm good"? I mean, I'm gonna get 41. This just give me more time to get my ankle ready and my leg together. What if I just sit out and let myself be 100% here? I'm gonna get about $41-42 million next year. I ain't worried about no money. I'm good. That's what Dak may say. I ain't saying he may say it. I doubt it. What if he just play that hardball routine? And I ain't talking about before week 1. I'm not talking about preseason. I'm talking about week 1 gets here. Whoever we play in week 1, and Dak Prescott ain't been in Dallas yet. And week 1 come by, and he does not sign the franchise tag. I'm good. I'm not coming. Have we even entertained that thought? This actually, it's not far-fetched. I realize that, Buddha, and believe me, I don't think, I'm prefacing this by saying I don't think this will happen at all. It is $38 million you just gonna leave on the table. I mean, it is $38 million. Okay. Here's I'm starting to see a lot of haters come in. I introduce them as they come. I already see one of them popped in. Kevin said we'll have a guaranteed top 5 pick the following year. We're being running for the number 1 spot. That ain't doing no good either, though. Conscious, Kevin. I mean, once you look at the quarterbacks in college, come on, hey. Who? There ain't nothing to talk about, really. Somebody got to be an All-American, I guess, but they ain't nobody in college, great, that is a can't miss or whatever, we'd be going somewhere else. Darren Johnson says, another Cowboy hater, New Orleans Saints fan said, bottom line, what if Jerry just give Dak $40 million a year? What would that do to the Cowboys' chance of winning the championship? To be honest, the offense would be legit, no question about it. But the defense is our problem. Until we really handle that, Darren, then we really ain't talking about nothing. To be honest with you got to have defense win championship. We don't have that. The offense would be legit. Kevin says, I'm saying if Ben DiNucci started, that would be the case. Yeah, you're right. If Ben DiNucci started, we'll have number one pick in the draft next year. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt. No doubt. I'm just saying this is an angle that nobody don't want to talk about. But because you really just don't know what Dak is really thinking. Yeah, exactly. E-Kush. Yeah. E-Kush is kind of understand what I'm going with. That nice guy routine he says allowed Jerry to drag this out, so Dak plays a part in this too, just not Jerry. Dak needs to take the play. Yeah, he needs to start threatening folks. That's just the bottom line. He needs to threaten the organization. I've been saying this for a while. And everybody gonna say, well, he's not that type of guy. He need to develop it. Yeah. He need to come on in. This would speed up everything. It would. It would speed up everything. You got to get in the dirt sometime. This little choir boy routine, it doesn't play it out for me. You got money on the line now. You've been disrespected 2 years. You've been change the game up. Stop going to the star. Like they say, he's going there for rehab. We talked about this the other time. And Kevin straightened me out on that, but I still wouldn't have went. I wouldn't be going to no star. I don't want to give them no indication that I want to be here. My heart says I want to be here, but they don't need to know that. They need to know how serious I am. So I'm not showing up to the star. I'm not doing nothing. All these pictures and all that kind of stuff. Look, move. No. I can't do it. Buddha says Jones do what they do because Dak haters are out there and making it acceptable, which feeds into this media narrative. I get it, and I understand that. But what if he don't? Here go a Cowboy hater. Eddie says, if it's close to what Dak wants, he needs to take the deal. The NFL is a cutthroat business. He needs to think about future injuries going forward. I don't think we even have to school Dak on that at all because Dak has been injured. He knows how much it is. And hello to everybody on Podman. I'm sorry I hadn't looked. Poor Nash, Father X, Glenn, my guy Glenn has showed up. Hey Glenn. Coach Bree Love says, why wasn't this an issue for Romo and for the so-called Cowboy fan that stood by that says Dak isn't worthy, speaks volumes? Well, that's where a whole lot of that's where the divide is in Cowboy Nation, Coach. You have plenty of Cowboy fans say there's no way in the world that we should pay Dak Prescott that amount of money because he's not that good. Then you have the same Cowboy. You have some Cowboy fans that say, well, regardless of whether your eye test says that he's that good or not, the bottom line is where the market is. You know what I'm saying? That's where the market is, and the market dictates where it is. And what we done had is a lot of people. Our friend Boss Cowboy put a great chart up the other day that showed that everybody going back to Matthew Stafford up to this point, when it was their turn, they went according to the market, and then with the exception of Aaron Rodgers, who made the market explode. When Garoppolo's time came up, it was according to the market, and everybody knew that Garoppolo was not that great. But the market dictated that he was going to be the highest paid, and he was at the moment. Wentz, Rodgers had set the deal so high that Wentz and Goff couldn't exceed him, but they were above Garoppolo. Everybody, Kirk Cousins, everybody, it just kept going up. When it get to Dak, though, everybody wanted to come back down. I mean, it's the same situation. He's next. Deshaun Watson hadn't won nothing. Eye test don't mean nothing in the league. Eye test ain't look. Eye test don't mean nothing. Tony, records don't mean nothing. Tony Romo went 8-8 3 straight seasons and got paid after the third one. After failing in them play-in games, lost 3 in a row, got paid handsomely. Y'all remember that? So it's not about record. You can't say that about the Jones family. Like, okay, what's your record? Well, what was Romo's record? You paid him. So it don't have nothing to do with record. It's just a matter of belief. Kevin said, Kevin, I know you already hit on Coach Breedlove when he said, what's the real difference between Romo and Dak? I done told y'all keep trying to push me there, but I'm not going there yet. I'm saving that show. I hope I never have to do it. But the show is breathing. The show is breathing. You know, if Gary Atkinson was on here right now, I guarantee you what's going on, what he'd be saying. He could say if he showed that he's looking past the Cowboys record, we would call him in to get it done. I agree with that. Ray Nixon, hey Ray, what's going on? Oh, that as soon as I spoke up Gary, that Gary is, there you go. See what I'm saying? I'm trying not to go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm saving that show. My guy, hey, Ray Nixon said pay him. I agree. We should pay him. But we're doing the what if. Queen wants that link to come on. Okay. Queen, send me if you're still here. There it is, Coach. Queen, if you're still here, send me your email now. I won't show it here. It'll be in the chat box anyway. Or since we're Facebook friends, Queen, no, just send it here. I don't think you mind. Send me a email, Queen, if you're here. If you want to pop on with me, send me the email, and I'll shoot you the link, and you can come on in here. And anybody else, they have a problem with what I'm saying, and some of you do, and it's all good. Let me go to Podbean and see what they're saying. Glenn trying to be funny, saying, "Holy cow, Dak signed." No, he ain't signed nothing yet. What he signed is them signing of those signing them chicks to go on vacation and all that kind of stuff. He ain't signed no contract yet. That's the what if. What if he don't? What if he don't accept the tag? Y'all don't even want to think about that. I am. He has that option. I doubt he does it, but it is what it is. Let's Michael Evans, yeah, people should have a problem with the truth. Y'all trying to push me there, but I'm not going there. I told y'all. I'm saving that show, y'all. That show won't happen with me, at least, until if he signs the tag and then July comes and he does not sign a long-term deal, then I'm going to go ahead and have to crank that, what y'all talking about. I'm going to crank that up. Oh, there's no question about that. I got to do it. I will do it then. I'm trying to give the Jones family a little room to wiggle here to get the deal done. And if they get it done, then all what we potentially are saying will have to be flushed down the toilet. It would be. But until it happens, everything's on the table. I'm just not going to do it yet. I'm just not going to do it. There's my little optimism, I guess, for today. Let's play this what if game now. Exactly. See, Gary been on this. See, my brother Gary Atkinson here. He been on this for a while. And I promise you, parts of me want to join him. So I can just go on unleash. But I'm just gonna be quiet and just settle here. Let's go to the one part that I think everybody can kind of start looking at. Okay. I gave you pretty much the worst. Check my messages. There it is. I see you, Queen. Let me see here. Y'all forgive me. Let's play this what if. Let's play this what if. What if, y'all, what if Dak does sign the long-term deal? I see you, Queen. I see you, Queen. I'm coming in right now. Hold on a second. What if he signs the long-term deal? Depending on the signing bonus. Depending on the signing bonus. I believe now we can start looking at things in a better light if we sign them to a long-term deal. How much money, you guys, do you think does it, I mean, how much money needs to show on the cap in order for us to go after some of these big guys? Here's my opinion. I think that if Dak signs a long-term deal, I think that Dak needs to probably go on the cap at probably maybe about $20 million. That way uh, you can start getting other people. Queen, I just sent it to you. You should be getting it right now. We're getting ready to have the Queen is about to enter the building in just a second. I believe what do you think we need to do in order to get some of the people that you now keep this in mind? Let's be realistic. Keep this in mind. Jerry has said, so excuse me, Steven has said we're not going into free agents. Now, you know, that could be a ploy. Now, if you got some money and you're really serious about winning, I realize that could be a ploy in saying that they're not going after anybody. But what if he only goes on the cap for $20 million or less? Who we need to go after? Y'all hold on a second. I see you, Queen. Y'all hold on a second. I'm about to bring Queen in. She's coming in. Let me tell y'all something about Queen in just a little time I know her. Listen, Queen ain't no joke, y'all. Now, y'all think I'm joking? All right. All I'm going to say is I told you so. All right. Queen probably going to come on here and try to set me straight. I know she probably is. But I'm going to bring her in now. And she's family. So she can hold on. So if y'all come at her wrong, I ain't gonna have to say no. I'm just gonna step back and let her work out on y'all. All right. Here she is. Queen B. What's going on?
Not much was peeping J State versus Grambling. You know, go HBCU.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Talk to me, Queen. What you got a problem with? I said. Come on, I'm ready. I know you got a problem with it. I can tell.
I don't have a problem with you, Doug.
Okay, come on,
I
come
got
on.
a problem with some of these other individuals.
Don't go off on them too bad, Queen. Come on.
I'm not gonna go off on them too bad.
Okay.
But could you just be real? Like, as we like to say in our land,
Yeah.
keep it a keep it a buck and keep it funky.
Woo.
If you want Dallas to just screw up the bag, just say so.
Yeah.
Don't act like you hope they secure the bag. They hope that they keep that. Just be real.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying nothing, but other teams, fans that are in here, just be honest.
Yeah.
Say you want Dallas to screw up so you can scoop up Dak.
Yeah.
Because as much as Dak gets railed for being the Dallas Cowboys QB1, if he was at any other franchise, he will be lauded and given adulation for what he has done on the field.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, when he has played all 16 games, because last year he got injured, so he didn't finish the year out. Every year he has went that where he's finished the entire season. 13-3, 9-7, 10-6, 8-8.
Uh-huh.
That means he has not had a losing record when he has started all 16 games.
Mm-hmm.
8-8 is when you break even.
Yeah.
So spare me on how he has not won. Not only that, people who say they're Cowboy fans,
Yeah.
true blue Cowboy fans. Okay, when has Tony Romo ever had a winning season? A 13 game winning season? Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry, I'll wait till hell freezes over and I can skate across the lake.
I told y'all done let the queen out. I told you, here she come.
And for people that say, "Oh, you can't sign this person, you can't sign that person," okay, a few of Top Francis clients have been are going to be tagged. The two prominent ones is Simmons and Dak.
Uh-huh.
Simmons was the first one to be tagged. Dak is looking to be the second one. Owners talk.
Mm-hmm.
People forget that owners talk. So
Joe,
what's
Joe
not to say?
Queen
What's not to
Joe.
say Jerry Jones is pulling a ghost move from behind the curtain and talking to his other buddies, other 31 owners, like, hey, what what players do you have on your roster are clients of Ty France?
Yeah, exactly. Queen, I don't know if you can see this comment on here, but Joe brings up a somewhat of a factual point at the time, but you can't judge it off for 4 or 5 games. For those that are on Podbean right now, it says Joe said Dak was on track this season for his first losing season. I don't think you can you can really put a lot of value in there because it was so early in the year. And there's a whole lot of games that the way that Dak was going at it at the time, we would have won a whole lot of these games. A few of them that we would have lost just by his presence there. So I can't even that's another what if category. But Dak was putting up 30, man. I mean,
Exactly. He was putting up 30, 35
I
burgers.
mean,
I
come on
mean,
now.
like the one clear game where you can say the defense truly let the bag hit the ground
Yeah,
was the Cleveland game,
true.
where you had 564 total yards of offense. Out of that 564, 502 was through that man's arm.
Yeah,
So that said, if defense had got one stop towards the
yeah.
end of the game,
One stop.
Dallas would have got the dub.
Yeah, one stop.
Those three losses, when that went down, we finished 2-3. Okay, the game with the Giants that we won, he put us in that position. Andy Dalton actually started off playing like Trinidad Dash,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to get there.
yeah.
So those three losses that we had, if the defense had got a stop,
One stop.
we would have. It could have been a 3-2 situation instead of a 2-3
Yeah,
or a 4-1,
yeah,
if you want to go ball.
yeah.
So really, it's a matter of, okay. It came to, okay. You didn't have OTAs. You didn't have the early camp that is afforded to new head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you didn't have all that. But guess what? Cleveland didn't have that either.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you like Dallas Cowboys country. Cleveland didn't have it either. They had a bunch of pieces too. New coach, new staff. Only thing that stayed constant for Dallas was Kellen Moore.
That's it.
Now if Cleveland can buy into Kevin Stefanski with with the plays and schemes and all of that new defensive coordinator, all of that, that means one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Either Mike Nolan is an idiot, which I believe he is, because guess what? What people didn't say in the media
Mm-hmm.
was that Mike Nolan has experience coaching a 4-3 scheme defense.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
He has almost the equal experience of coaching not only a 3-4, but also a 4-3. So
Mm-hmm.
if you come into a situation where you have 43, as they like to say, 43 personnel defense, You should have schemed that way instead of trying to do a whole turnaround into a 30-40. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to work the way because you have 43 personnel
Mm-hmm.
up and down the roster.
Queen,
So not only that, you. Mhm.
let me ask you this. Cause I think somebody is trying to get in. Let me ask you this. What you think we gonna do? You think you think he gonna go long term? You think
Okay.
you think he gonna get long term?
Okay. I'll give you three options. I got a worst case, absolute worst case scenario. I got best case scenario, and I got what I think is probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm. What's
My
worst
base
case?
scenario is a four 4 or 5 year deal. Worst case scenario
Mm-hmm.
is the exclusive success. That's absolute worst case ish scenario.
Mm-hmm. Say that again, Queen, because you were
Uh,
freezing up on us on that.
or,
That worst case.
okay. Worst case, the tag.
Uh-huh.
But the hit of it is, I'm not sure if it's going to be the non-exclusive or the exclusive because say he goes to the media, that will force them to have to consider taking the non-exclusive if they get the pundits talking.
Well, what team really is
You're
left,
going
to
to
be
have
honest?
people talking about, you know,
What team really is left that is,
actually,
Chicago? I know Chicago will probably eat them up quick if he got the chance to where the team would have to
Chicago
match him.
would eat them up because they got the framework.
Exactly.
They got the framework right now to where they can, get him and then maybe grab one, one or two people on both free, including a team that could basically buy their way into
Uh-huh.
a rebuild. Well, I won't say a rebuild, but a complete turnaround, similar to what Miami is the Jets.
Yeah. Who desperate?
Reason why I say that is exactly. So say Dallas decides to be, hit him with the non-exclusive and say, go test the market.
Mm-hmm.
The key team to watch out would then be the New York Jets, not Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Key reason is the Jets are the number 2 team with the most money at almost 75 to 80 million in
Mm-hmm.
clear money
Exactly. Right behind Jacksonville.
this year.
Right behind
I'm not
Jacksonville.
going to get into the farther down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So if they can offer him an obscene contract, but they can foot the bill, that will force Dallas to fall back, and Dallas just recoups 2 number 1 picks. So at that point, to future picks. So in this draft, they could go after Painful and put him at left
Mm-hmm.
tackle and kick Mekhi Becton to right
To
tackle
right tackle, exactly.
because Mekhi Becton in college also had majority play at right tackle, not left tackle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. See, I told y'all people. Didn't I tell y'all that when the Queen was coming in, she come in with bullets in the gun. Do y'all understand? She's not only knowledgeable about Cowboy stuff, she telling y'all about other folk franchise. I told y'all when I let the Queen in, look out. Now let me tell y'all this. Gary just brought out some Queen. Look at that comment there if you can see it. You stuck too, because I think we're starting to lose you. Well, there you go.
Okay, now I'm gonna slash this comment. Okay.
You see that?
Slash this comment.
He called out the Jets.
Dismiss New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans going. Yeah, New Orleans gone. No.
Dismiss New Orleans because New Orleans is in cap hell.
Yeah.
New Orleans is down at the bottom with over 60 million in dead money. They got to figure something out.
Uh-huh.
San Francisco is just barely in the clear. clear.
Uh-huh.
Houston is in a real fugazi situation. I don't know no quarterback that would want to go to that situation.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos, I know right now the Broncos are kicking themselves the backside
Mm-hmm.
because did not reschedule the interview with Dak. People forget that prior to the draft, Dak was supposed to fly out to Denver to meet with Elway and the Brads for Denver.
Yeah.
However, he missed his flight and Denver never rescheduled with him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That last one, Miami, that ain't gonna happen either. They ain't no sense you talking about that one.
Yeah, that was
That's mad.
another year.
That's John
Another
Madden.
year.
Look, that's John Madden 21 type stuff there. So that ain't gonna happen. Queen, you know, I love you, Queen. Queen is our sister in one of our major groups. As you can hear, the Queen has spoken. She know what she's talking about. This will not be the last time that she invades the Big Time Show podcast because she knows some stuff that I don't even know. That's what I like about her. So, Queen, I thank you so much. Now, hey, Queen, now you know how to get in. See what I'm saying? See how easy they go? See how easy it is? So I'm gonna have Queen pop in on and as this thing progress and get closer and closer to these deadlines, Queen's voice will be needed just along with you guys. I see a lot of people that's in here. Michael Evans says Russell Wilson. This talk about Russell Wilson needs to stop. We don't want Russ. That's Madden 21 stuff. We don't even look. We don't even entertain that type of stuff here. Darren, who's a Saints fan, Queen said we don't need Dak. Winston is our next quarterback. Uh, I think Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton. Queen, you ain't got to say nothing. Sean Payton would take Dak Prescott over quit James Winston so fast it'll make your head spin. Queen, thank you, baby. Look, we'll catch you back up because I can tell you ready to go.
Okay, I'm gonna say this sentence. Why do you think they paid Tristan Hill all that money?
Exactly. He's just a cowboy. Darren is a cowboy hater, so you know how I go.
Tristan all that money.
Exactly. Deshaun wants out if Houston got Dak, they could flip him for picks. I don't know. I don't know.
See, here's the
Come on, Queen, help me out.
Deshaun, he's in the same one. For them to be traded, for Deshaun to be traded, he has to waive that non-trade clause.
Uh-huh.
Although he wants to go to a team that is set up to win, he cannot just. Houston's not going to let that go because think about it. They ran out Jadeveon Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
They sold Deshaun Watson for an expired ham sandwich
Exactly.
and a broke piece of hot dog.
I love it. I love it.
JJ Watt asked for his release because they don't want to be a rat on a sinking ship.
Uh-huh.
So now all they have left is Deshaun. Don't even get me started on how they have Brian. I've been taking steroids Cushing as their strength and conditioning coach. So he had Fuller and I think Stills both get PE patients.
I love it.
So spare me the garbage. So for Deshaun to even get out of the Texans organization, he would have to waive the non-trade clause in his contract.
Yeah.
And for people that say, "Oh, just trade Dak," here's the newsflash: he's not even officially with the team.
Yeah.
He would have to sign as tag.
Yeah.
They would have a trade partner. They would have to then show him the trade. Okay, and then he would have to okay the trade, and then they would have to eat 60% of the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For them to get rid of Dak.
Totally ridiculous.
So people who think they can just freely trade Dak, they can't.
No. Queen.
Dak has the Cowboys organization by the short hairs.
Queen, I think I'm gonna put Queen back because y'all can't handle the Queen. Let me, yeah, Mike. So, Queen, look, you got them going crazy. Mike ever said educate. I'm telling y'all, Queen is no joke. We're gonna have her on here a whole lot more. And Queen, I should thank you for wanting to even come in here. But I will be sending you some more links so you can come on and help me out. Thank you, Queen. I love you. All right, I'm out. All right, y'all. She's out. Now, I've been looking at some of y'all comments. I didn't want y'all to focus in on comments. I want y'all to listen to Queen. Queen ain't no joke. Queen, she has a gifting that is obvious. She can do this sportscaster stuff. She can. She's very knowledgeable, and she knows her stuff. I mean, it's just as simple. And she actually can do a podcast show of her own, without a doubt. Now, my best friend popped up in here again and said that the 49ers, he said he don't want Dak to his 49. We might get USA track and field. Let me tell you something, Eddie. Number one, Dak is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. That's number one. All right. Jimmy Garoppolo, whether you want to say he rode the coattails of your defense or whatever, the bottom line is that he got to a Super Bowl with the 49ers. You give, hey, Chevy, I see you. You give Kyle Shanahan, Dak Prescott, and that defense that y'all got is coming back, with the exception of maybe y'all secondary. Let me tell you something. The 49ers are a very, very high probability of a team that people will say is going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. If you add Dak Prescott, no question. Kyle Shanahan would take him immediately. A lot of y'all guys, Darren Johnson said Jameis is our quarterback. Please understand. I see you, Gary. I'm coming to get you. Please understand that that if Sean Payton had Dak Prescott, New Orleans Saints will be a serious problem. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a problem with Jameis Winston, but let's just be honest. We all know Dak Prescott is better than Jameis Winston. And you give Dak with Kamara and Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders and that defense that y'all got with New Orleans, please understand that you guys are a Super Bowl favorite. No question about it. Let me get my guy here real quick. Get y'all guys taking over the show today. I didn't gave you. I got another what if, but I'm gonna let y'all guys. Y'all forgive me just for a second. I'm getting my next person in. I told you guys I want y'all to come on in. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do that. All right. I'm back at it here. All wrong. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Again, hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Hold up, Gary. I'm coming to you. Hold on just a second. Y'all just be patient. Y'all wanna act like y'all don't know what's going on. And I probably got another scenario coming right now. Here we go. All righty. All right. I think I'm coming to you now. Justin Fields in the draft, Eddie says it was a typo through Facebook. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah. A lot of these people that love to talk about the Cowboys, a lot of these haters, a lot of them would take Dak Prescott in a second and be glad to take him. and will be saying and will have high hopes in making the Super Bowl too. I may add, because some of these teams are just a smaller upgrade at quarterback away from making it. No doubt about it. Get Michael Evans. Gary, I think I sent it to you. I would be more worried about, check your email, Gary. I would be more worried about the two teams in our own division trying to snatch Dak away than anybody else. You don't think Washington and Philadelphia wouldn't want to do that? I think Washington would, Michael Evans. I don't think Philly would. I think they're committed to Jalen Hurts now. I don't think that they would. I don't think they would come after Dak. I just don't think so. Washington would, without a doubt. Washington would. Gary, please let me know if you got it. If you didn't get it, let me know so I can make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Let me know, Gary. Check your email. If it's not there, then let me know real quick. But Washington would, and they would pay him handsomely to come to Washington. I see you, Gary. I see you. He's in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I got another one of my brothers on here who want me to go into the reason why we won't sign Dak. And he's smiling at me already, but we're not going, Gary, we're not going to do that show yet. Okay? Let me tell you that before. I only want to start that one up quite yet because I want to give the Cowboys the chance to get it right. Now, personally speaking, I don't know if they're going to do it, Gary, but we're not going to do it. But I'm going to open up the floor because this is one of my brothers in my group. And there he is, as you can see. That's my guy, Gary Atkinson. And he's loaded. He got bullets in his gun, too. So let me tell you, he know what he's talking about. Come on, Gary, hit me.
When I was talking about Houston and New Orleans earlier, I think New Orleans can make a little cap magic happen. And I think Sean Payton would like to, do what he does with Dak. But I wasn't referring to trade them. I know you can't trade Dak. I was talking about when y'all was saying who would probably want Dak.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Miami because, they keep sitting. If I understand they wanted to give Tua some PT, but why did you keep sitting him every time the game got tough? That's when you really want to see what a guy got. You know what I mean? So I'm not 100% sure that they believe in Tua.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That it kind of goes to there's no other way to put it. That when they sat Tua down, that obviously means, Gary, that they didn't believe in him. There's no other way to look at it, and that's why they put Fitzpatrick back at the crunch time, and then come out the next week and do the same thing again, and they're going back and forth. They kill a person's confidence, and we don't have that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's why I think they started popping up in the Deshaun Watson talk.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they fully believe in it.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, he was saying Dak was on the way to a losing season.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I see at least 3 or 4 more wins with Dak. That would have been what, 9-7, 10-6.
Yeah.
That would have been division win and on to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can't say something about what he was on his way to when it never happened.
There you go. Well, let's just look at the world champions right now. That was a point in time, I think, that at the time, I think Tampa Bay was 7-5 at one point, during the season. They was, still trying to find their identity. But boy, when they found it, they didn't lose another game. So you can't really you can't put it all on where you're at a particular time. I'll take my chances, Gary. If our offense was scoring almost 30 points a game, I'd take my chance and say we're going to win a few of them games. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. I just think the defense would have been good enough to make at least 1 or 2 stops. And instead of getting up 35, they may have given up 28 or 25. But no doubt about it. 30, yeah, we would beat Pittsburgh. Yeah.
If you look at it, the defense was playing terrible
Yeah.
So if we continue putting up 30 plus with Dak, we would have won a lot of those games that we lost.
No question. Let me ask you this, Gary. I asked you the same question I asked Queen. Queen done said something else. Let's both look and see what the Queen got to say. Queen said Washington, Philly would be open to it. Yeah, Washington would, however, due to the incompetence of Washington on and Philly GM, Dak would probably avoid because Washington can't build an offense and Philly offense and defense is suspect. Queen, something else, actually, man. Queen. Look, we be in the group looking at Queen. We just get out the way, man. Let Queen talk. Queen ain't no joke. But she's absolutely right. But let me ask you, Gary. I'm gonna carry you a slight different direction. Let's say, for instance, that Dak does get a long-term deal finally, and his cap hit is, very friendly. The way we're gonna get that, if you go ahead and give him his money at a signing bonus, he ain't gonna be worried about how much I'm getting paid a year. He ain't gonna be worried about that because you done gave him all his money front. Yeah, because you don't front him there, so we ain't worried about that. Let's just say, for instance, that he gets paid 15 to 20. That would open up a lot of perhaps avenues. Do you think that they're gonna finally go after some killers on defense? If you got the money there now, and free agency hasn't happened. Okay, the first week hasn't happened. They give Dak the deal. You think we finally gonna go ahead and quote unquote overpay somebody finally for this defense? Or are we gonna roll? Look, or are we gonna roll with Gerald McCoy, Tristan Hill, who else am I missing? Are we gonna re-sign Cheeto and Anthony Brown? Talk to me. I know what we want to do, but they know the defense is a gigantic problem. They know that. Do they go ahead and try to fix it in free agency? Or are they going to do this world famous, we're going to go for the draft and develop guys and all that kind of stuff? What you think?
They're going to go to the draft.
Wow.
That's their history. They're not going to spend no money in free agency because they missed with Brandon Carr. And the few guys that they did sign, they literally missed with. So now they're scared.
Wow.
They're scared to do anything in free agency. They're going to take the bargain guys. So if it don't work, they're not, under too much scrutiny.
Wow.
They're going to go to the draft. They're going to re-sign probably Cheeto. I'm not 100% sure on Jordan, but he might come back to. But knowing, I'm thinking they're going to draft a corner or two. So I'm not sure.
Just stop, Gary. Stop. Just stop, Gary. Stop. Just stop. And Gary, and the reason why I can say it, if I didn't know y'all, I wouldn't say that. But Gary, brother, so I can say it. Just stop. Do y'all hear what Gary is just saying? And I'm not coming against him at all. Cause I halfway believe what he's saying. But listen to this, Cowboy fan. If you're a Cowboy, I ain't worried about you haters. I'm talking about the Cowboy fan. Gary is saying that even if we signed Dak Prescott to a long-term deal and got the money to spend, Gary is saying that we still not going to spend it. We're going to run out there with the same raggedy defense when you got the opportunity.
Can't afford this. We can't afford to spend on this. We can't afford to spend on that position. And then they want to draft guys, and the guys they draft, they sit them on the bench and don't know what they got. Like now, they done moved. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But the corner we drafted last year and moved to safety.
Reggie Robinson.
They moved him back to corner. Haven't even played him at either position. Bradley and I barely touched the field. They were all in raves. The last preseason we had 2 years ago about Luke Gifford.
It took him 6 to 8 weeks to figure out that Donovan Wilson was the man.
And I saw that in preseason.
We been saw it.
Interceptions in preseason. Never gave him man a shot.
So based on what you saying, Gary, are your expectations up even if we sign Dak?
Not if we improve the defense, through the draft, because that's the only way we're going to do it. If we can improve the defense, then yes.
But Gary, here's my argument to the. Well, it's not my argument. It's my observation. Let me say it like this. Usually the guys that we get in the draft, they don't play. I mean, I'm saying, I mean, you just called out a couple of guys before. Anai didn't play. Reggie Robinson didn't play. I mean,
I'm hoping Quinn gonna do something different. I'm hoping Quinn gonna come in here and say, I like this guy, I like what he got, and let him play ball.
So then if that's the case, then Quinn would be killing our way of doing things. And when I say that, I'm talking about this loyalty thing. Like, you've been here for 4 years. Somebody like, for instance, Dorrance Armstrong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Dorrance Armstrong. I'm not saying Dorrance Armstrong is trash, because he's not. But if Anai is the guy that everybody starting to say, okay, this dude is a little different, he may need to get some playing time. Do you think that the loyalty to the Dorrance Armstrong is going to override what they seeing on the field with Brandon? I mean, with Anai? You think they're going to sit him down again?
I hope so. I hope that Quinn come in here with the mentality of, I'm not going to do things has been done, like a Bill Parcells mentality, Jimmy Johnson. The best player going to play. I don't care how long you've been here. The guy better than you, he going to play. Hands down. And that's what we need.
Wow.
The guy that ain't all about that loyalty. Because guys hang around here just because they cool with Jerry Jones.
You guys,
you can be a Cowboy for life.
Wow. Unfortunately, that's what we're saying. Gary Chevy says, I don't know if you see the comment, but look at Chevy. Chevy said, you're 100% correct. And Stephen did say that they want to pay their own and draft and develop players, but that formula doesn't work. I agree with Chevy 100%.
It doesn't work.
It don't work.
Good at finding players and developing them.
Wow.
How are you developing anybody? You're not putting them on the field. And
wow.
How are you finding players when you draft Taco Charlton instead of T.J. Watt? When you draft Tristan Hill instead of Warren Thornhill? I mean, how is that formula working out for you? To me, it seems like we still have a bottom of the barrel defense. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. That's the only way things are going to change. If you keep doing the same thing and expecting to get different results, you're insane.
Wow.
It's not going to happen.
Wow.
It's not going to happen.
Wow. Gary, let's look at.
Come in here and do things different.
Wow. Let me look at Queen. Queen done put up a nice one. She said, unfortunately, Gary is a bit right in his assumption because Dallas has become a cesspool of politics, and the Jones family has designed the team for the better part of the past 15 years to be put on the shoulders of only the quarterback to win the game. It's unfortunate that players like Donald Wilson had to wait for a player to get hurt in order for them to play. Dallas needs to put players who produce ahead of potential players because production wins over potential every day of the week. Yeah, it does. At least it should, Queen, but that it's saying that ain't the formula in Dallas.
More interested in marketing and making money than winning football games.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. It's sad. Gary, you have come on this show and you came with bullets just like Queen did, but I got to tell you, Gary, my brother, you have depressed me even more. I'm just saying. But because we're in this group together, we've already kind of talked about all this stuff so many times before. But it's bringing everybody to the forefront that some of you guys think that I'm the only one that think like this. What you've seen are two of my family members come on here and tell you the exact same thing I've been trying to tell y'all since August when I started this thing. There's a lot of changes that have to be made. And no, you're not going to be able to do it all in one clean swoop. But what Gary is saying and what I'm saying is, and the Queen and Buddha and these people that are on here, what we're saying is you got to start from somewhere, and we ain't even started. You know, that's what we're saying. We're saying we're not even making the number one changes. We still battling with ABC stuff like sign your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even on ground floor. What'd you say, Gary?
Not making the simple changes, doing the common sense.
The common sense changes.
It's crazy when the fans speak more knowledge than the owners. The fans know more of what to do with this team than the owners do.
It seems like what we say, they do the total opposite.
The total opposite. They end up in the same situation every time.
Look, this even hurt even more. Queen just said something. I tell you, she just won't stop. Queen just shooting. Queen said half of the Kansas City Chiefs defense is made up of Cowboy rejects and people who Dallas said can't play in the league. Queen ain't lying.
They starting linebackers.
Hitchens. I mean, the cornerback. They had a cornerback, I believe, that did that stuff. Chardavius Ward turned into a starter. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. They terrible at evaluating talent or recognizing talent. So how are you going to build through the draft and develop your own players when you can't find talent?
Wow.
Your evaluations are horrible. And then when you have talent, you sit it on the bench. You don't even. They said Jarwin 2 years behind the washed-up Jason Witten.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
You need to know.
Yeah. But you bring out a bigger point now. And since you're here, I was gonna let you go, but I'm gonna have to keep you here just for a second. You saying that drafting and developing, so you're not separating the two. Am I right about that? You're not separating, okay. Then since we've talked about this before, but who really is drafting these players? I mean, it's really Will McClay, who's scouting department, who is doing all the leg work and making all the flights to go see these guys. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones not doing that. I'm going to assume that maybe some position coaches may make that trip too. And when they get to the draft, I don't think that whoever's the head coach, whether it was Jason Garrett or McCarthy now, I just don't see them doing that type of groundwork. I think they get the information and maybe watch a little film. So Gary Bryant, who's here, our brother on here, Gary on here brings up a real good point that I'm going to put up there. Gary says that William McClay is getting a pass. You agree with that?
I don't think it's all Will McClay. I think some of the bad choices and decisions were not who he scouted and evaluated or thought was the better player, but these position coaches saying that, oh, no, I like this guy better because he fits my scheme or what I want to do. He never put his hand in the ground. That's why they took Taco over T.J. Watt. And I hear Tristan Hill was a Marinelli guy. So I can't say until they let McClay just 100% run the draft and everybody know it's been known. I don't think that they can say that he's the problem. I think it's other people stepping in with their input.
And Queen again says that Stephen Jones been in charge in 2010. Here's the part that's just mind-boggling. Now that when you say that, Gary, here's the part that at the end of the year, with the exception of this year, at the end of the year, when the Pro Bowl team is announced, the Cowboys are loaded. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's position, whatever, I'm saying, I ain't just talking about offense. LVE, forget Pro Bowl, LVE was an all-pro his rookie year. Sean Lee has made an all-pro team. D-Law, all-pro. Randy Gregory, well, we can't even say that because Gregory really ain't been here. But we all know how special he is. He's good. I'm saying we've had some legit guys at their position. We just ain't put it together. The offense, of course, is loaded with Pro Bowlers and all pros. We know that. And at the end of the year, you see that. So to say that Will McClay is not, I ain't gonna say he's not getting a pass. He's done his job, if you ask me. You can't produce all these guys. That I think that just goes back to the coaching thing. But to go to what Queen said, Steven has been in charge, which is what I've been saying. I think Jerry has turned it over to him. The constant in the 25 years has been the Jones family. We've changed coaches. We changed position coaches. We changed concession stand workers. The cheerleaders done got old. We got new cheerleaders. We done it all. It's just that the Jones is something right there. And they go Google talking. I guess I said something to key off. But anyway, we've done something. It's just something that's just missing. Even with that, but Gary, I appreciate you. You make me sick, man. You done depressed me some more. I'm almost scared to open up the line again to my other folks. Listen, I got about another 20 minutes left, 20 to 25 minutes. Whoever want to join in, please do like Gary did. Shoot me your email right here. I'll send you the link and I'll let y'all depress me some more. My God.
I promise you, I won't dive too deep in that other subject until you're ready to.
Gary, look, Gary, if when that show come, if it happen like it's looking like it's gonna happen, you gonna come on this whole show. We gonna talk about this for dang near 2 hours. Matter of fact, it'll probably be a part 1 and a part 2 to that. Cause we're gonna make a whole lot of folks mad. Gary Bryant is on here, my brother. He's saying the same thing. Actually, I can bring about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put 6 people on. Yeah, Queen, you come on too. I can put 6 people on and we can do all this show together if it get to that point. I hope it don't, Gary. But guess what? Guess what, Gary? It's starting to look that way. It's day by day. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining in, brother. All right. Gary, you can go ahead and let you go. Gary Bryant is on here. My brother's on here. He's saying that it hadn't translated to winning. Exactly. The Pro Bowls, all the Pro Bowls and all pros, all it done led us to is at the playoffs and, where we are now. Usually drafting in between right at 12 to 15 every year. Well, we had at 10 this year, which means we had a bad record. It is what it is. Kermit, hey man, Kermit's in the house. Kermit says it seems like to me too, there are terrible at evaluating defensive players in free agency and the draft, all because they really never had that good a defensive coordinator in mind in Dallas since Parcells or Wade Phillips. When Parcells was here, he drafted, he drafted DeMarcus Ware, Marcus Spears, Anthony Spencer, Chris Crandon, just name a few good players. I'm going to be honest with you, Kermit. That's why I say the balance is off. I just don't think that they've really been fully invested into the defense. But because they have been fully invested into the offense, you can see that by the money they done shelled out. Before Travis Frederick retired, we had 3 all-pro linemen. They gave all them money. You see the money they paid Cooper. You see the money they paid Ezekiel Elliott. You fully invested on the offensive side, and you have gotten the production that an offense should do in this league overall, without a doubt. So, but they never put that type of investment into the defense, to be honest with you. And that's where that free agency stuff come in, Kermit. We've never really went after a dominant free agent in a long period of time. We get the name free agents, but it's a little bit after they are not at their full potential or their prime. You know, Gerald McCoy is a big name, but he's not the Gerald McCoy of Tampa Bay. We went after Everson Griffin from Minnesota. He wasn't that guy anymore. You know, we really haven't done it with the same aggression that we've had on offense. They made a dedication to the organization that we're gonna be good on offense. We're gonna score, and we have scored. I wish we would have the same aggression. Say, hey, we're gonna stop somebody. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have that. And if they had it for one or two players, it ain't gonna take a lot of players, guys. I played football. Everybody have a different way of building the team. My ultimate goal in building the defense was this. You got to have a dominant player or close to it on every level of your defense. In other words, there got to be a guy on your defensive line that offensive coordinators have to game plan for, like Aaron Donald. Every offensive coordinator game plans against Aaron Donald, whether that's double team, triple team, whatever. You got to have one of those type guys. You got to have a killer at linebacker from sideline to sideline that can go get you. We're pretty good at linebacker. I mean, well, we make mistakes, but we all right if they healthy. The secondary, you got to have a guy that a quarterback got to think about saying, look, I can't go over there too often because he going to get me. He going to take one to the house if I keep going over there. I'm not saying they got to be Deion Sanders or Jalen Ramsey. I'm not saying that. It's got to be a guy that you need to know where he is every time you line up on the football. Ed Reed was not a cornerback. He was a safety. But Bill Belichick said this. Well, Tom Brady said it. Every single play that the Patriots played the Baltimore Ravens, he purposely broke the huddle looking for Ed Reed. Now, check this out. He didn't say he was looking for Ray Lewis. He didn't say that. He didn't say he was looking for Terrell Suggs. He said he was looking for Ed Reed. That's dominance. I see a little bit of that in Donovan Wilson. I've already put on record. Donovan Wilson is going to be a Pro Bowl safety if he stays healthy. I believe Donovan Wilson can potentially make a Pro Bowl this upcoming season. That's how good I think he is. I really do believe that. He's that good to me. But that's the way you got to do it. We ain't got no dominance nowhere. Who on the defensive line is they push them 5-6 yards off the ball. We ain't got nobody on defensive line. Nobody. Gallimore is developing. Okay, Gallimore is not trash. Gallimore has some potential, but he's not there yet. D Law is not the same D Law from 2 years ago. He is demanding double teams though, which is good. Randy Gregory is a problem. A good problem, what I mean. Randy Gregory can cause some serious issues because he can get to the quarterback. But he got to stay on the field. So you really can't put a whole lot into that because, he ain't been on the field enough. We got potential in Gregory to be flat out dominant. D-Law is still demands somewhat of a double team. So, I mean, that counts for something. Okay? I give you that. We just can't stop the run. We pretty decent at pass rush. We just can't stop the run. Linebackers, if your guys can't stop, plug up the middle, ain't no sense in talking about LV and Jalen Smith because they getting blocked easy. Ain't no sense in talking about them. If your D-line can't hold up, no sense in talking about that. We all know the secondary is weak. We know that. It wasn't until Donovan Wilson showed up where we started getting, a little changes. Okay? Diggs was hurt. And Diggs, of course, gotten better. Diggs is going to be a Pro Bowler. Maybe not next year, but Diggs is pretty good. I think you can build around Diggs and Donovan Wilson. Huh? Queen says, it was sad how the best DNs on the field were two players who were out of the league for years. Alden Smith and Randy Gregory. Alden Smith ain't played ball in 5 years. We found him at Target, in the warehouse, putting stuff up on the shelves. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let me stop that. But I'm saying he ain't played in 5 years, y'all. And they were the two best this year. So we got to get dominant in one area before we start, really turning things around, which leads to this, and then I'll let you guys go. Another, well, it's really tied into what I was talking to Gary about. If the cap is open, are we? I see Gary Bryan said all this. All this, Smith. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's go to this. If we sign Dak, all right. Listen, and all this really depending on the next couple of days. All of what I'm throwing up can happen if they go ahead and take care of the business with Dak Prescott, long term, that is, in the next few days or so. If we do that, if we go after one, before I say what I say, Queen says, Don Williams' situation that showed the blatant, obvious politics exactly that are played in Dallas because how the coach decided that Deion Thompson was better than Don Williams and how Cheeto was better than how Clinton Dix. Exactly. It took them that long. That's Gary brought up another good point about, for years, we all knew Jason Witten was not the man anymore. Blake Jarwin was a threat on the field. They didn't even let him play because they let Jason, they were loyal to Jason. And that really was not, you actually were holding the offense up by letting Jason play so much. Let me end this. If in the next couple of days, this can happen, y'all. In the next couple of days, Dak gets a long-term deal, which I doubt, but it can happen. But he gets the long-term deal. His cap hit is team friendly. Only way that's gonna happen is unless he gets a gigantic signing bonus up top, which is what I think was selling it all, to be honest with you. Dak wouldn't be worried about being the highest paid quarterback in the league if you give him that gigantic signing bonus at the table. He can leave that table with an $85 to $90 million check and be through with it. I don't think he'd be worried about that. But let's just say that happens. The cap hit is friendly. You're able to go after a free agent. Okay? Here's my final question. With the 10th pick in the draft, let's just say, for instance, we go spend some money. I'm just throwing a name out. I'm not saying this going to happen, okay? Let's just play with me here. Y'all play with me. I'm not saying this going to happen. But let's go say we get a defensive tackle like Chris Jones from Kansas City. There you go. Get a disruptive one technique. That's what I'm talking about, Chevy. Let's just throw out a person like Chris Jones, somebody that is dominant. Somebody like that. Y'all know the defensive tackles, okay? Let's say we handle that free agency. So we go get somebody on the defensive line. That's good. That's one way to start fixing a lot of stuff. With that 10th pick in the draft, what we going after? Now remember the scenario I said. Let's say, for instance, the cap friendly is nice. The cap hit is nice. We're able to go get a couple free agents, one gigantic one. You can pay him. What we doing with the 10th pick? Are we addressing the secondary from the draft? Or are we addressing the secondary from free agency? Or vice versa? Are we addressing the defensive tackle position from the draft? And keep in mind, I'm saying he ain't gonna start anyway. But I'm just saying. And then address the free agency market for cornerback. Which one we gonna do? I really believe we're going defense is either. I yeah, and I guess I will throw in that. You see, everybody's gonna be right on this. Everybody. Queen says a linebacker, safety, or cornerback, and when you throw in Sean Lee, perhaps retiring, that's a starter that'll be retiring. LVE is injury prone. So that's two. You got to get some depth on that. So I see that. Queen says safety or cornerback. I think that's all secondary. So we good. Gary says Surtain or Caleb Fairley. Okay. I think most people want Fairley than Surtain, but I wouldn't be disappointed with either one of them because I think both of them are good. Now, Mr. White brings up a very nice point here. We done cried about defense so much that we done forgot about that Tyron Smith. Until he showed me he can stay on the field, I can't give him too much credit. And it may be time to go ahead and draft his person, his successor. So here's my only pushback to that, Dominic. I don't want to draft nobody at 10 that's not going to be playing immediately. I'm sorry. When you draft somebody in the top, it really is the first round, but when you're talking about to the upper first picks in the draft, these guys don't come in sitting on the bench. These guys play immediately. I'm just saying. And if Smith is there, and if Tyron Smith there and Lyle Collins are healthy, Slater gonna sit the bench. I'm just saying, and I don't want to waste. I don't have time to wait for my first pick that was drafted number 10. And let's just say, for instance, that Smith survives the whole year, and Collins. Unless you telling me Slater can play guard, unless you telling me he can play guard and move Connor Williams out the way. If you telling me that, then okay, I get it. But if we talking about him just playing tackle and Collins and Smith are there, then I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste that. I don't have time to wait. I'm just saying. I don't have time to wait for whoever get picked at 10 need to be playing week 1. And even if that means they're not a starter, that means that they can play a significant amount of plays in week 1. I'm not waiting. That's what a number 10 pick can do. I get you, Dominic. I'm sorry I didn't read it. Dominic says Tyron has missed significant snaps that equate to 5 games in each of the last 5 seasons. Lyle hip is a concern. By the way, Slater beats out Conner left guard. Then Dominic, since you put in and say he can play guard, then I'm with it. I just said, let's just say, for instance, that Tyron has been gone so long, you're going to get the best out of him starting week 1 because he done had a whole lot of time to heal. Lyle Collins should be like a newborn baby. He ain't played all year. So we're going to get the best wherever they are. It's going to be the best because their body is rested. I ain't saying it's completely healed. I get that part. I'm just saying, let's say, for instance, they do survive the season. And let's say, for instance, they don't miss games, and I'm not saying, that's going to happen. I'm just saying, what if it does? Then I need Slater to play somewhere. or I even go second round. You know, if everybody, I've seen people talking about the kid from Alabama, Leatherwood. I mean, somebody got to play immediately. And Gary Bryant says he can play guard too. That's fine. If he can play guard, I'm all for it. If you picking him at 10 and you telling me that he gonna replace Connor Williams, I'm good. Or he can do it. I'm good with it. I'm great. They were even talking about Connor Williams that's going to tackle anyway, which is what he played in college. Buddha brings up another interesting point. Now, some of y'all ain't gonna like this one, but let me tell y'all something. Okay, we talking about Brother Pitts from Florida, who I said is special. When I look at Pitts is a Hall of Fame talent. That's what I think of. I ain't talking about, a day one starter or a possible Pro Bowl tackle, like we playing spades or something. A possible. No, we ain't talking about possible. When I look at Pitts is a matchup problem everywhere. You put him at tight end, he's a matchup problem. No linebacker can stay with him. No safety can stay with him. And he gonna give cornerbacks some problems. If nickel defense, nickel corners, they're gonna have a problem with him. Pitts can line up outside. He can run. And since I was saying, my goodness, Dak was putting up 30. Shoot, you get Pitts on here, we're having 35 a game. I'm just saying. Can you imagine Jarwin or two tight end set with Jarwin and Pitts? Oh my God. Who you gonna guard? You put Pitts, Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, Ezekiel Elliott coming out the backfield? What? Oh, we're scoring 35. Excuse me. And Dak Prescott is your quarterback. You put Pitts there, we're had number one offense in the league. I have no doubt about that. Now, whether we can stop somebody, that's another whole story. But the offense, we'll have the number one offense in the league. You put Pitts there, we would be a matchup nightmare. You couldn't guard that. You're going to have to pick your poison, and all of them can gut you. If you decide you're going to double Cooper, Pitts going to have the middle, Jarwin going to have the middle, CD on the other side, or Gallup, whichever one, they're going to be one-on-one. They're going to destroy people. If you want to take Lamb out, cool. Cooper one-on-one. I'll take my chances. Gallup one-on-one. If you want to double CD in the slot, cool. Pitts up the seam, one-on-one. Cooper one-on-one. Gallup one-on-one. I mean, you can't guard this. And then push comes to shove, if you got a formation, let me tell y'all, if you put a formation out there with Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, and Pitts, and have Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield, what is a defensive coordinator going to do? Because, see, now we're talking that you got to double somebody. You can't stack the box. And y'all know what that means. That means Mr. Elliott get to play. I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. I wouldn't have I know y'all don't like it. I wouldn't have no problem with Pitts getting picked up. We would average 34, 35. I mean, easily. Y'all think Dak was showing out before he got hurt before? Oh, my goodness. You put Pitts back there? Oh, my goodness. No doubt about it. Yeah, we were doing that with Dalton Schultz and was scoring 32. Man, look, we was scoring 30 plus points with Dalton Schultz at your tight end. Can you imagine? I ain't got to say Pitts. Put Blake Jarwin there. But my God, if you get Pitts, man, ooh, we scoring. Exactly, Mike. That and Pitts has Hall of Fame look to me. He looked like Shannon Sharp when he plays to me. If y'all old enough, y'all had to pull up the tape. That's what the young Shannon Sharp. the Denver Broncos Shannon Sharp. That's who he looks like. He looks like Shannon Sharp. Where Shannon Sharp was just, you couldn't match up with him. He was too big for a cornerback. He was too fast for a linebacker. He was too fast for even a safety. He was too big. He can box you out. I mean, Shannon was just different. He was. He just totally different. This is what Pitts bring. It ain't too many guys in this draft that I can say that about. I saw Waddle's name come up. Waddle is a good one, but I don't think we even waste our time with that because we already got enough at wide. I mean, you can restack. But if you're going to let Gallup go, then Waddle comes into play. We need to let Gallup go because we know we ain't going to be able to sign him next year. You see what I'm saying? We need to really let Gallup go. We should have traded Gallup away a couple of years ago. Or last year at least. And should do it this year. We're gonna lose him for nothing. Because we're not gonna pay him. Somebody gonna pay him. And Waddle will fit right in easily. A deep threat. Can't run with him. So I get that part. Dominic says, use it on the BPA at a premium position, one that Dallas needs within the next 2 seasons. With that in mind and the value in this class, it would then match it cornerback or offensive tackle at 10, trade back if possible. I think that's the smart thing, Dominic. I'm not coming against you. Without a doubt. I think you're absolutely right. We need to address the issues. We do need to address cornerback, offensive tackle. I agree with that. That would be a flash pick if you get Pitts. But, man, what a flash it would be. Ooh-wee. Man. And I'm not sure I could turn that down. That's just me. I like Buddha. I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Buddha said, get Pitts now. We can run those rusty screenplays more with shoving down our throat. You know, exactly. All the little ring-a-dink screenplays. Well, the screenplay will work out pretty good. Now you get the weapons like that. Gary Bryan says, that's why I say trade back. Yeah, Gary Atkins said Water's going to be a beast. He is. He is. And he will work with us, but I don't know if we would do that. I would do it if we know what our plans were for Gallup would be. I think that would be because see, you got to surround Dak with the weapons. You got to. You got to surround Dak with all these weapons. You got to give him something. If these teams are going to consistently stack the box, you got to put the weapons around Dak that's going to make these guys pay the price for trying to stop Ezekiel Elliott. You get these kind of guys, nasty. Oh, my God. Dominique, yes. You know, I know what we need, but Dominique just brings up a perfect thing. Say, I won't be ticked with Pitts, Chase, Devontae Smith, or Waller. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. If Devontae Smith is sitting there at 10 and ain't been picked up, I'm going to be mad if we don't. I don't care who on the board. I don't care if your tackle on the board, your Fairley, Surtain, whoever. If Devontae Smith is there at 10, I don't care what nobody say. You got to pick him. You got to. That's just me. Pitts is different, man. Now I'm telling y'all, Pitts is different. I'm seeing it already. I'm convinced already. I'm already putting him in a gold jacket when it's all over. I see that. Pitts is gonna be a Hall of Fame tight end. I don't see Hall of Fame in some of these other folks. You know what I'm saying? I Chase is good, but I got to see it. Devontae Smith is special. I don't know about Hall of Fame, but he's special. Waddle is special, but I don't know about Hall of Fame. I'm telling y'all, Pitts is going to be a Hall of Famer. That's what I see. Chase at 10, Gary said, oh, I'm turning in the car quick. Yeah, exactly. Buddha, I done fire Buddha up so much, he watching Pitts. Y'all don't believe me. Look, If y'all haven't watched any game film on Kyle Pitts, just go, just look, and imagine that problem in this offense. Watch this with Blake Jarwin. Keep in mind now, listen, Blake Jarwin, well, some of y'all know it, and I'm getting ready to leave you. Blake Jarwin was a wide receiver in college, which means he can run. Kyle Pitts at Florida was lined up outside as well because he can run. But he's big enough to be a tight end. Can you imagine, quote unquote, two big wide receivers at the tight end position that can block? Pitts can block. He's better than Jarwin already. I'm telling y'all, man, look, you want to scare some folks. Man, look, I know what we need, okay? Please keep in mind, we got the second, third, and fourth round. I'm sorry. If Pitts is there at 10, man, look. Man, look, if Devontae Smith is there at 10, I even go with Chase. If Chase is there at 10, look, man. All right, y'all. Exactly. Queen said Pitts was cooking Surtain in the SEC championship. I saw it. Exactly. Where Belichick won Super Bowl with 2 tight ends. Short pass game. Dak is known for short passing. Man, you give Dak these type of weapons. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all look. I understand. We need defense. I understand. I understand. I know. I'm just saying. You're right, Buddha. Because Philadelphia, they've been in rumor that Philadelphia want Pitts too. I don't want to see him go to Philadelphia. I'm scared of him. I don't want Jalen Hurts with Kyle Pitts. I don't want that. Even though I know they just let go of Hurts. I don't want Kyle Pitts in Philadelphia. I don't want to see him for 2 years, twice a year. I don't want to see him anywhere but Philly. I don't want to. Pitts scared me, man. Pitts scares me. I'm serious. Y'all can talk about, we're going to put a hat on him. I look. Pitts is a scary dude, man. He is the most scariest guy other than Sewell has Hall of Fame written on him too. The tackle from Oregon. I've watched him. He is dominant. Pitts and Sewell, to me, were the only 2 guys that said I had to raise my eyebrow and said, whoa, these 2 guys here are different than everybody else. Trevor Lawrence is good. Trevor Lawrence is there too. Trevor Lawrence is dominant too. He is. I'll give him his credit. He's different. Those 3 guys, I don't even count, when you say Waddle, you say, man, he can run. Well, a lot of people can run. And he's explosive. I mean, I've seen that before. I ain't seen nobody like Pitts in a long time, man. Sewell is different. Sewell is different. Trevor Lawrence is different. I'm saying, exactly, Queen. Some of these folks, I don't want to see. These guys are different. I'm talking about Hall of Fame quality different. And I'm telling y'all, we have got to. It's gonna be a hard decision that's gonna have to be made at 10. Because a lot of these guys that we talking about, they're gonna be there at 10. If everybody talking about these quarterbacks going in the first 4 to 5 picks, some of these guys that we talking about are gonna be there at 10. And it's just gonna be interesting to see what the mentality is. You're going to have Pitts there. Are you seriously dedicated to defense and go after one of your cornerbacks? Or are you going after Smith's replacement on offensive line, which would be smart picks? It would be. But last year, for instance, we'll talk about this maybe Tuesday. Last year, y'all remember what they said about McCarthy. McCarthy said, we go after the best player available who's on the board. That's how we got CD. I mean, he failed to us, and we really didn't need a wide receiver. But McCarthy's system coming in was saying you get the best player available. Okay. Then my question is on their draft board, who's higher on the draft board? Pitts or Slater? Waddle or Slater? Devontae Smith, Chase, or Slater, or Surtain? Do Surtain fall behind them guys? You see what I'm saying? That's my question. Now, last year, that was the formula. We go out the best player available. That's what we got. That's why we got CD. What would you do if Sewell, Pitts, and Chase are available at 10? I'm gonna be honest with you, Queen. I'm gonna go with Sewell. And I'm about to close it out. The reason why I would go with Sewell is because barring his body just shutting completely down or whatever, I know I got at least the next 10 years with Sewell. We can find receivers. I don't know if we can find another Pitts, but they're good tight ends anywhere. I will go with Sewell. Sewells don't grow on trees. Pitts don't either. Sewell and Pitts don't grow on trees, but your chance to find a complete tackle like him, a dominant tackle like him, that is, you can find tight ends, but you can't find Sewell. So if it would come down to that, I would take Sewell. I hate to say that because as much as I done pumped up Pitts, you just hit me with a scenario, but I got to admit, I'd take Sewell. I would take Sewell immediately. And here's the part. The interesting question would be like this. Okay, let's say you pick Sewell. Where you going to play? Because Sewell, you don't draft a Sewell to send him on the bench. So does the loyalty game, y'all I'm finna go on to another show now, but I'm going to pick this up. If Sewell is there, and you pick Sewell, for instance, you got Collins and Smith there. Sewell ain't sitting on no bench now. I'm just saying. I ain't driving you at 10 to ride no pine waiting for somebody to get hurt. No, sir. No, ma'am. Sewell got to start immediately. Immediately. Which brings up another whole different type of stuff. Do you trade away Tyron Smith now? Which brings you extra. See, y'all done made me think about other stuff now. See that? I talk about all this Tuesday. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'm kicking Collins inside the guard. Yeah, because Collins can play guard. He did it at LSU. He can do it. No doubt about it. These are things that that possibly could come up. Let me close out the show real quick, y'all. There it is. Follow me on all these different platforms. You guys know that. Listen, if you enjoy the show and you want to help your boy out and contribute to it, that's the way to do it. $ the Big Time Show. That is my Cash App. You can do that if you're on Podbean right now. All you have to do is go to become a patron. Click on that button there. You can do the hearts there. That'll help me out also. That is the way to do it. I appreciate you guys. Join me. Thank you for hanging with me, for all those that hung with me. Thank you for my brothers and sisters from my family, my group, Cowboy family group, to jump in on the show. You guys made the show a little bit more lively, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys. Tuesday evening, Central Time, 7:30 Central. Tuesday evening, 7:30 Central. We'll do it again here at the Big Time Show. I appreciate you guys so much. We will see you on Tuesday again. Mark it down in your calendar. We'll see you Tuesday, 7:30, the Big Time Show. We out. Podbean, thank you so much. Thank you, Podbean. Thank you so much. Had a lot of people join in. I don't know who's still with me. It looks like Tommy. Is that Tommy? Who is this? Miss Ty's there. Glenn is here. Too much sauce. Hey, appreciate you guys hanging with me here at the Big Time Show. We'll see you Tuesday, 7:30. The Big Time Show.